You're on 100.3 FM at the Sounds of MacArthur. It's now time for this week's guest for Acoustics in the Room, and here at the Aussie Collection Show, we're all about supporting and promoting great Australian music, just like these next ones. Josh and Matt from Crimson Horror, welcome.
Hey, how you going?
Good, thanks for coming in.
No worries.
And so can you tell us how the band Crimson Horror started?
Well, myself and the drummer Jack, we were just jamming around the garage for a few years and said, well, let's get serious with this. Started writing some songs, got a bass player, then a few months later we got Matt. Then a year later we end up replacing our bass player with a new bass player, and we've been the same since then.
Yeah, that happened over a couple of years though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because I joined in, 2015 or 14?
14, because
14.
The EP came out in 2015.
Yeah, so I was in 2014, and you guys were around for like a few years before that, weren't you?
No, me and Jack in the garage.
You and Jack,
yeah.
So it's been a long time forming this band.
Language is confusing.
So how did the name Crimson Horror come about?
It's a Doctor Who reference more than anything else. We couldn't think of a band name, and Jack and myself were doing a Doctor Who marathon, and we just saw the name pop up, and we were like, yeah, that'll work for now. Then it just sort of stuck.
It's good to have a name that everybody remembers.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, your style's classified as alternative, psych and grunge. What is it about those genres that drew you towards it?
We're not really any of those. We play more whatever we feel like. It's just people categorise us as that, and by doing that, it helps us get shows and whatnot. But really, we're just whatever we feel like, and we do have some influences from that, which does come across. But
yeah, we like all four of us, we all have very different musical backgrounds, and we all draw from different influences, and just when we come together and we start playing, that's kind of what comes out is the psychedelic kind of vibe in some songs, not all of them. And, that's where the grunge comes out too.
Yeah, and some of them are more punky as well. And
yeah, so, because of our different backgrounds, that's where we get that odd combination of different genres blending together.
Yeah, and what artists have inspired you over years?
It's not so much inspiration. Like, there's always going to be that little bit of influence. Like, I'm always going to have a little bit of a Green Day, Muse, and I forgot how to use my words.
Yeah,
living end influence, but
yeah, I just kind of draw inspiration from what I'm listening to at the time. Like, my inspiration, what I'm drawing from now, is different from a month ago, different from 2 months ago, different from a year. So it's really whatever I'm listening to at the moment. That's where I kind of get my inspiration from. So I can't really pinpoint any bands or songs because it's always changing and evolving.
Yeah, and so you have brought your guitars in. Love to hear a live track. What are you going to play first?
This song's of our first EP, and it's called 1 Week's Notice.
Here it is, 100.3.
She had it all, she had no worries. All her dreams were bliss. She tried to live and did so carefree. How blind could she have been? She lost her house with 1 week's notice. She lost her dreams with 1 week's notice. She lost her job with 1 week's notice. Her life's in ruins with 1 week's notice. She says they're waiting for tomorrow. All her support's out of town. She says they're vacant cause they're shallow. When she needed them, they let her down. She lost her house with 1 week's notice. She lost her job with 1 week's notice. She lost her dreams with 1 week's notice. Her life's in ruins with 1 week's notice. She lost the house with 1 week's notice. She lost her dreams with 1 week's notice. She lost the job with 1 week's notice. Her life's in ruins with 1 week's notice.
Josh and Matt from Crimson Horror, that was awesome.
Thanks.
So what's the process that you take when you're writing music?
It's very organic, like nothing's forced. We'll just be mucking around.
Yeah.
And then we'll hear something. Oh yeah, we like this, and we just groove along with it. Then we just let it flow into the next section.
Yeah. It's usually like sometimes we come to like a jam session with an idea, and we try and develop that idea. But usually by the end, we have something completely different than what we came into.
There's this one song what we have called "How's Your Friend Going," and that came about by an accident. Because Matt was trying to teach me this song what he wrote called "Cream Cheese,"
Yeah.
but I couldn't get it, and I kept messing it up every single time.
Yeah, 'cause,
and then accidentally wrote my own riff by playing this one wrong.
So, and I believe you're in the studio working some new music. When can we expect that?
Around about November, December sort of time.
Yeah, we went in on the 26th of
26th last
and
month.
we were there for 6 days. We went in with 7 songs. We only got about four done,
and they're not even completed. They're only about 80% complete.
Yeah, so we need another day in the studio to like put the icing on top of the songs.
And then we're going to be putting out a couple of singles while we record the other 3.
Yeah,
Can't wait to hear it.
yeah.
It'll definitely get played here.
Oh,
that.
excellent.
Well, so nice to listen to it other than us.
So where do you guys want to take the Crimson Horror in the future?
We don't really want to take it anywhere. We just want to do what we do and hopefully other people enjoy it. We don't really want to change our musical identity just to make us more popular or anything like that.
We're this band is definitely for ourselves. Like we write what we like, we play what we like, and hopefully other people like that too. But we definitely like try and do what we want, and wherever the band takes us, that's where we'll go. We don't really want to take it anywhere, but we'll follow wherever it goes.
Yeah, it's best to do what makes you happy then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you stay, if you keep doing what we want to do, we will be able to do something better than what we thought we could do. At the moment, that's the thing what we're recording on. As we're putting out a CD, what we want to put out.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why it's taking so long, but it's something at the end of the day we'll be able to look back on and say, it doesn't matter if it flops or anything like that, we'll be able to look back on it and say, I'm proud of that. And that's what we want to do.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show that you're real passionate about what you're putting out, what you want to put out. And so do you have any gigs coming up?
We have one coming up on the 22nd of July. I don't know why I said July, I could have just said this month. At Jane's Cafe in Wollongong, supporting Queer Anne's Revenge. That should be about $10 entry or $5 with a concession and licensed all ages.
So everyone should make sure they go out to the gig, because I bet it'll be awesome.
Yeah, and it's right next to the train station too, so rely on public transport and don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
Good advice.
And how can people contact you for more information?
If you want to, you can send an email to us at thecrimsonhorrorofficial@gmail.com, or you can just post on our Facebook page or leave us a message on our Facebook page and we'll get back to you.
We are very responsive. We have the
we've got the green light on our Facebook messengers.
I was looking at it before, and I think our response time is 7 minutes, so I'm quite proud of that. 7-minute response time, so...
For emergency services, that's phenomenal as well.
Oh, yeah, well...
Well, thanks so much for you both coming in.
No worries, thanks for having us.
And we're going to finish another live one. What are you going to finish with?
This next one, what we're going to do, is called Hit and Run. It's on the EP what we're recording at the moment, but it's not one of the four, which is mostly complete.
Here it is, 100.3.
I lay outside where I was hit and barely breathing. Wheels left their mark. Blood on the ties that left their mark all over me in the middle of the street. Stole my eyes right before we met our sudden demise. I thought I might try to do something right. I never thought it'd claim another life. How was I to anticipate what would happen? This is not the plan. As I lay clutching my chest, cracks in my ribs, in the middle of the street. I knew from the moment that I was hit I wouldn't be making it out of this. Spare a moment for me, 'cause I just threw away a life that hasn't begun yet. Now I see a blinding light. It's time for me. I ran out of luck as I lay in a pool of blood, as sirens wail in the middle of the street. I knew from the moment that I was here I wouldn't be making it out of this. Spare a moment for me, 'cause I just threw away a life that hasn't begun yet. You stole my eyes right before we met our sudden demise. I thought I might try to do something right. I never thought it'd claim another life.
Josh and Matt there from Crimson Horror. Make sure you go check them out. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
100.3 FM.